All right. No shorts, flip flops, or sunglasses. How to get and make the most of your first real job. All right. This is a little interesting. Look at this. I was scrolling through it before, so I cheated. I'm sorry. But I saw that. I was like, who is that? Oh, wait, look at that. Let me read it. Bill Gates, co founder of Microsoft, was arrested for motor vehicle violations in 1977 and went on to become one of the richest people in the world. I had no idea about that. But that's a nice little mugshot, right? So we got references. Chapter 1 references a pawn request. 2 resumania. 3 no shorts, flip flops, or sunglasses. 4 getting real. 5 chalking the lines. 6 the party stops here. 7 leadership. 8 connecting the dots. And 9 Cutco and vector. Let's go leadership. 101. First, let's see if we have anything interesting. They got I mean, it's a little bit older book, I guess. I'll look at the internet. Internet looks a little bit different now. But let's see if we find anything interesting. I have to take the cover off. "101. All right, leadership. Let's go a little subsection in leadership is the first little bold parts. It's fears, expectations, and opportunities. For most of us, that first real job is both exhilarating and terrifying. It's exhilarating to finally hear someone tell you you're hired. If you're like most people, before you even start the job, you'll be plotting to buy a few things you think you'll need or you always wanted. If you're ambitious, your head may fill with ideas about how to change things. When you get that urge, remember the baby chick. Before you blurt out that great idea at work, take a walk around the block. There are always hidden agendas and office politics in every workplace. You can't know whether your wonderful idea might have been suggested in the past and was rejected as ridiculous by your boss. Focus on what you can learn instead of showing what you think you know. The accomplishments and praise will naturally flow. The first real job can be terrifying because if your brain is still back at college, you may feel like it's a test, one you desperately need to pass to avoid becoming a dismal failure in life. You want to keep from making a fool of yourself or having to tell your family you got laid off or fired. That's pretty interesting. We got some bold with a little coffee. Look at this. Your thinking brain knows your first real job will be just one of many. Your feeling brain is in a hurry to get somewhere. Oh, that's interesting. Let's go another little coffee break. All right. One of the secrets of success is silence. The better you listen, the less you say, the more people think you know. I like that one. I like that one. Let's see if we can find any more little ones. The baby chick syndrome. Let's see what it is. Wherever you start out, think of it as a science lab where you're going to go through, where you're going to go through some tests to see what you've made of good at and compatible with. If you're shy, it's a chance to bust out of your shell. That happens a lot in my business because the work requires picking up the phone and talking to strangers, then sitting in their living rooms and talking about the art and science of fine cutlery. We have amazed more than a few parents who came to us asking how we got their son and daughter to open up and acquire self-confidence. If, on the other hand, your first job is driving a computer in an office that has more than a handful of employees, you'll quickly discover that most of the people you'll be working with will be older. All but those who started out on the same day as you did will have some degree of seniority, even if it's just by a week. You'll be the baby chick until another one gets hired. If you've lived on a farm, you know what happens to the smallest chick in the brood. all the others game up and peck it to death. We don't want that to happen. One of the many hard lessons worth learning early is to swallow your pride, stifle your opinions, smile politely, and change the subject when someone older than you starts a sentence with "you kids" or snarls. Didn't they teach you that in college, high school, third grade, kindergarten? Pick one. If you go straight from college into your first job, your first real job, it may take some time for your brain to catch up. You may have been smart enough to get to classes late and still ace exams, but it doesn't work like that in business. College is you against the test. Business is almost always a team activity. Your team against the world. If aren't lifting your share of the weight, someone else has to. Your slacking will be noticed. Once again, this is no shorts, flip flops, or sunglasses. How to get the most of your first real job.